Help your managers to become leaders. At the end of this session, you will learn the right carpet structure, why you need to organize staff by process, not by function, and how to start team briefings. We will start this session with a challenge. I want you to think, which of the following structures resembles your organization? And which of them resembles a TQM organization? First structure is the autocracy. Here, as you can notice, there is one person at the center of the business. Nothing happens without his or her approval. Where initiatives come from this centered person only, and everyone else just obeys orders. And this is exactly the management style of Stalin. Second is the feudal structured company, where people at the top are far away from the people at the bottom. As you can notice here in the pyramid, there is too many layers, and people in the bottom cannot reach the people at the top of the pyramid. Third is the egalitarian structured company. In this structure, people communicate both up and down in their own department and across to other departments. This structure is very flexible in building teams who can be involved in departments' problem solving. Fourth is the anarchic firm. Here, each department makes their own rules, and every individual or business unit is totally isolated from the others. TQM culture can be represented in egalitarian structured companies only. After years of research, quality gurus such as Deming and Duran concluded that staff are responsible for only 6 to 15% of companies' failings, while the poor system and weak management are responsible for 85 to 94% of the problems. TQM companies admit that staff can only achieve the best results when the company system, culture, and values are right. To help your managers to become leaders, you need to define each employee's responsibilities by setting up the organization chart and job descriptions. That will help staff to know their job and eliminates the stress of having instructions from more than one boss. And finally, to ensure that someone takes responsibility for every single rule. To help your managers to become leaders, you need to organize by processes, not by function. A functional business orientation organizations a company along functional lines, such as sales and production. For example, you have a design unit, then in this design unit there is a design manager and design staff. Second, there is assembly manager and assembly staff. They are working in assembly unit. And production manager with moduling team and finishing staff. They are working totally isolated from the others in another unit. While in a process business orientation, the company focuses on business processes such as order processing or strategic planning. Here in the graph, you can see electrical meters. They have all the function, design, moduling, finishing, assembly, all under responsibility of one unit. And they are totally isolated from the mechanical meters, where design, moduling, finishing assembly also is their responsibility. The main difference between the two models is that optimizing one functional unit may harm another function, but optimizing the business process across the organizational lines help the whole company. To help your managers to become leaders, you need to reduce the management layers. Management layers reduction may result in a closer customer touch. Higher management can focus on customers' needs and respond more quickly to the market change. Greater visibility of operations. Flatter structures allow better visibility into how operations are working. Improved communications. Communication is more direct, faster, and reliable. And faster decision making. Because a flatter organizations means the need to consult with fewer people. Nowadays, companies boast that there are only 3 levels between the chairman and the cleaner. Advantages of this management layers reductions are people feel that they are closer to higher management. They will feel more empowered, and fewer people will say no. While the disadvantages, there is less opportunity to progress up the ladder. But this can be overcome by swapping the employees between the departments so he or she can get different experiences. And also encourage staff to undertake projects which provide training and job enrichment. To help your managers to become leaders, you need to identify their management attitude. Effective and efficient manager ought to be judged on his output, and another mean his productivity and his ability to develop a team. Here, another challenge for today. I need you to check the following management styles and identify your management attitudes. The first style is the dogmatic despot style. Here, this type of management, they are giving orders and does not expect subordinates to question these orders. And he shows no loyalty to subordinates. Yeah, they are giving orders and they are not showing any loyalty to their subordinates, and everyone should obey for instructions. The second type is dead or dormant. In this structure, they are not involved with subordinates, and he makes few decisions and the work carries on around him. Third is the developer who delivers, is aware of the company's goals and the need of his staff, and helps his subordinates to succeed. The fourth is the debating Democrat. Encourage subordinates to find solutions. He is caring about his subordinates but have few leadership skills. If you can notice in the graph here, the dogmatic despot, they have high productivity and low team building skills. But dead or dormant, they have low productivity and low team building skills. The developers who delivers, they have very high productivity and very high ability to build teams. And the fourth type, the debating Democrat, they have high ability to build teams, but they have low productivity. To help your managers to become leaders, you need to train them in TQM principles, such as team building, managing and developing subordinates, communications and listening skills, coaching, mentoring, time management, interviewing, technical and business skills. To help your managers to become leaders, you need to develop a core of workers. Some companies are outsourcing those processes which are not a central part of the company's product or service. For example, they can outsource the waste management and security and safety services. This allows the company to devote more care and more time to its core workers and to build up their loyalty and skills. To help your managers to become leaders, make a commitment to staff. When you speak of change management, the workforce hears job losses. To maintain staff goodwill, many companies pledge not to cut jobs as a result of the TQM programs. To help your managers to become leaders, learn them to say thank you. TQM companies commonly reward different employees based on their contribution in the company's success. For example, the best employees, either he selected by his colleagues or by the higher management or even by the customers, and the employees who shared in TQM projects. To help your managers to become leaders, you need to learn them how to adopt common personal policies. A TQM company has only one dining room where all employees and higher management can meet and chat. All departments, regardless the rule, may have a common base scheme and benefits. To help your managers to become leaders, you need to improve their communication skills. A TQM company tries to communicate properly with its staff. Communication involves giving information and listening. To be a good communicator, you have to give staff enough information, listen actively to staff comments, encourage employees to participate in decisions, organize cross-departmental activity, and get people to explore common problems. To help your managers to become leaders, they need to improve appraisal process. A TQM company deals with annual appraisals proactively, where the subordinates discuss their superior skills and turn the appraisal into a counseling and coaching session. To help your managers to become leaders, they need to learn how to make the team briefing. A TQM company arranges regular meetings to discuss future plans and achieve tasks, also to discuss any special raised issue. The information should be clearly presented using simple comprehensive charts. Remember, it is two-way communication. As we said before, there is informing and listening. And finally, to help your managers to become leaders, they need to launch a TQM newsletter. This is to keep your staff oriented on the progress of the project. At the end of this session, I want you to think about coming questions answers to see how well your organizations fared. First question: does the company regularly tell all staff about corporate performance? Second question: are pay and benefits common to all staff? And third question: does management encourage ideas and suggestions? Thank you for listening and watching. If you like this video, please press the like button and share it with your colleagues and friends. To receive more videos, subscribe to this channel. Goodbye.